Welcome to TIDL, the International Down Low! This series was created for new Dota 2 players who want to get the down low on the history and teams attending the International 5 this year, or for current Dota 2 players that just don't want to look stupid at the International in front of their friends. Friends. There's no better way to start TIDL than with the Golden Boys of Dota 2 Squad, Na'Vi! Let me take you back now, back to the twilight years of competitive Dota 1, where the Chinese ruled the competitive scene with an iron fist. Games lasted for hours, with the focus on who could farm more efficiently and who could slowly chip away at the towers without actually having to team fight. It was a time where patience, planning, and endurance were king, and the casters would watch golf tournaments during pauses to try to get excited. That was until the Russians showed up. Like a raging circus bear in a china shop, Team DTS, the precursor to Na'Vi Squad, crashed into the scene brutally and unexpectedly, taking the meta of the time and plowing through it like a bottle of vodka on a Monday morning. Pre-Na'Vi's playstyle was quite effective. See enemy, kill enemy. The Russian powerhouse had no mercy, seemingly no plan, and no regard for their own safety. What was once a scene of the 20-minute first blood became 4 heroes diving the enemy fountain at the 4-minute mark. Na'Vi didn't give a shit, and quickly became scene favorites because of it. Soon, key players from DTS, Dendi, and Artstyle would move to the already formed Na'Vi squad, bringing their in-your-face ass-kicking plays and rabid fans with them to a already experienced group of gentlemen. With Xbox leadership and DTS's insanity, it was a recipe for carnage. Then came Dota 2 and the International, where Na'Vi set out to do the impossible, actually defeat the dominant Chinese team eHome and bring down Dota 2's meta with it. Through insane, in-your-face, high-risk plays and balls-to-the-wall action, Na'Vi rolled through TI1 like Jack Burton rolled through Little China and achieved an unbelievable and undeniable victory, and the love of the community at large along with it. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was just the beginning. Na'Vi went on to the finals of 2 more internationals and seemingly couldn't be stopped. Their fan base was gigantic, rabid, and frankly fucking annoying. Na'Vi fanboys littered every Dota 2 forum, and their exploits littered every Dota 2 wiki. Now the thing about Na'Vi is that they have never been afraid to get their hands dirty and do what it takes to win. At TI3, they actually exploited a bug where they would teleport Pudge back to base after hooking somebody with Chen into their own fountain, forcing Ice Frog to actually change the way Hook works in the game of Dota 2. By killing the position 1 carry over and over in this manner, they were actually able to win their game and make one of the most exciting and hilarious Dota 2 matches to date. You see, Na'Vi doesn't care. Na'Vi is there to win, and Na'Vi does. Now, don't make the mistake that Na'Vi's willingness to do whatever they want is a sign of lack of skill. They were the best collection of high-skilled individual players working as a team in the history of Dota 2, which made their lone wolf high-risk playstyle work out in the end 9 times out of 10. No other team in Dota could tower dive and gank and expect its members to get in right behind them, and no other team in Dota would make it out of that situation alive. It was in fact Na'Vi who performed the most celebrated and remembered team fight in all of TI history, simply known as the play. Take a look.
Patience from Zoe, waiting in the wing. Na'Vi is about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep, the surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dendi. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead. 5 heroes dead.
Holy shit! Na'Vi's players have come and gone, but they have maintained a core group of players unique to their insane and kick-ass style of play. Here are the players attending TI5 this year. Xbox, which is somehow pronounced Host, or as I like to call him, Xbox, has been the founding member of Na'Vi, being there originally before Dendi and Artstyle came over from DTS in December of 2010. Xbox is known for one thing, his hyper, almost feral aggressiveness. Xbox will dive you, Xbox will engage you with 10 HP, Xbox will come at you balls deep with 3 rapiers. Xbox is fucking crazy! Back in the 2013 Alienware LAN tournament in China, Beyond the Summit released a chart rating Na'Vi's carry potential to only be a 4 out of 10 due to Xbox's very bad plays as a carry Lina, switching from a position 1 carry Lina to a support Lina, which actually did win them the game. As you can imagine, this did not sit well with the insane blood-cirky berserker that is Host. He attached a number 4 to his name to commemorate this match, so that teams can remember what a passive and easygoing carry he is as he's beating them to death under their T4s at 10 minutes. Funnick has recently returned to Team Na'Vi and is a player who can be described as their wild card offlaner. Being one of the most recognizable offlaners in the world, he participated in the play and still has the best Batrider stats in Dota 2, forcing teams to still ban Batrider against him even though Batrider's not even in the meta. Highly feared and highly respected, he also has a small soft spot for Clinks. Basically, Funnick brings the fire. What I'm trying to say is don't fuck with Funnick. Sanekio, that can't be right, is Team Navi's support and has one of the hardest jobs in Dota 2, keeping these insane bastards alive. Some say that he's the sole reason for Navi getting out of their recent slump post-TI with his dedicated and almost perfect supporting. He is recently known for his Winter Wyvern skills, playing it nearly flawlessly and getting his boys out of horrifically unwinnable situations. We have not heard too much from this guy yet, but you wouldn't expect him to have much free time with the chronic PTSD that he must suffer. Archstyle is Navi's captain and one of the two that moved over from DTS in the beginning of Navi's formation to do the impossible at TI1. He is the rock of the team and one of the only people in Navi's history that is able to actually control and direct the almost meth head-like aggression of Xbox and Dendy. Not to say Archstyle isn't out of his mind either. This is the guy who beat the Chinese by basically ramming his head against their door until it broke open a TI1 win. Suffice it to say, you can think of Archstyle as a Mad Max villain. He keeps all the bloodthirsty bandits together, but he is probably crazier than all of them. Former Navi player Puppy says it best. A typical Archstyle play is one where he just goes in 1v4, kills half of them, and gets out alive. And finally we get to Dendy. Oh, Dendy. It would be a stretch to say that Dendy is the face of competitive Dota 2, highly praised by fans for his loyalty and dedication to them, highly envied and respected by other pros for his remarkable mid skills, and highly loved by casters for his crazy plays. Dendy is the golden boy of Dota 2 competitive play. His tendency to play his signature hero Pudge has caused such an impact in the Russian Dota 2 scene that Pudge is still the highest picked hero in Dota 2 and is synonymous with Russian skills. This guy has starred in his own goddamn movie, Free to Play, which Valve made. Through it all, though, Dendy is loved not because of his skill and not because of his success, but because of how down-to-earth he is. Always with a smile on his face, always taking time out for his fans, and always up for an interview, Dendy is one of the most approachable, personal, and nicest people in the Dota 2 community. I know for that for a fact. I love you, buddy. So where is Navi now? Many people had high hopes for Navi at TI4, but for the first time, they actually hit a slump. While they had been in the finals for every TI before 4, they didn't do so well at TI4, being eliminated quite early and having a very rough road ever since. Their big play, high-risk playstyle was heavily punished with a new patch to Dota 2 and a comeback gold mechanic, and their wins highly suffered because of it. However, very recently, things seem to be turning around with the addition of Sanekio? Still can't be right. And his skills at keeping his bears alive. Not many were even expecting Navi to make it to TI5, but in the last couple months they have been fiercely regaining the position they once held in the hearts and minds of the Dota 2 community. The stage is now set for the reigning TI Kings to return to their coveted throne. But will they? There's only one way to find out. I'll see you at TI5 and see you next time for another TI5 Down Low.